Have you ever met someone who didn't need noise to prove their worth? Someone who didn't shout, didn't brag, didn't chase attention. Yet somehow, when everything collapses, everyone silently turns to them? That person, more often than not, is a Capricorn. There is a reason why people call Capricorn the unshakable mountain of the zodiac. Not because they are the loudest, not because they are the most dramatic, but because they hold a kind of strength that no one else, no other sign, can ever fully imitate. A strength that grows slowly, silently, and becomes unstoppable. Today, we are going to dive deep, deeper than any surface description, into the one power Capricorn has that no other zodiac sign can replicate. Not just their ambition, not just their discipline, but the inner core that makes them the rarest kind of human. The kind who does what everyone admires, yet almost no one can do. So take a breath, and get ready. Because once you understand this, you'll never see Capricorn the same way again. From the moment they're born, Capricorn carries an unusual weight on their shoulders. It's almost as if they come into the world already knowing, nothing will be handed to me. If I want something, I must build it myself. Other signs complain about pressure, Capricorn absorbs it. Other signs fear responsibility, Capricorn steps toward it. This isn't a personality trait. It's a blueprint, carved deep into their spirit. While others rely on motivation, Capricorn relies on something far stronger. Internal structure, a self-forged backbone. They don't wake up every morning feeling inspired. They wake up ready. Because Capricorn doesn't depend on how they feel today. They depend on what they decided long before today even arrived. And that is the beginning of their unmatched strength. But to truly understand Capricorn, you must understand something else. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of lessons, boundaries, discipline, and time. Saturn doesn't give gifts. Saturn gives tests. Hard ones. Life-shaping ones. Some signs might break under Saturn's shadow. But Capricorn is forged by it. Where others crumble, Capricorn becomes sharper. Where others complain, Capricorn becomes strategic. Where others stall because the road looks too long, Capricorn tightens their boots. Every hardship, every setback, every disappointment becomes a brick in the foundation they are building. It's not that Capricorn avoids failure. It's that Capricorn uses failure. They take the hit, absorb it, stand back up, quietly, and continue walking like nothing happened. Except now, they're stronger. This is a rhythm only Capricorn understands. And this rhythm is terrifyingly effective. Let's talk about the one thing that truly sets Capricorn apart. Their absolute, unshakable mastery of long-term endurance. Every zodiac sign has strengths. Aries has fire, Leo has presence, Scorpio has intensity, Gemini has versatility, Aquarius has originality, Pisces has compassion. But none of them, none, can sustain their power the way Capricorn sustains theirs. Capricorn's strength doesn't burn out. It compounds. Like interest. Like pressure turning coal into diamonds. Capricorn is not the sprinter. They are the marathoner that the sprinter fears. Because Capricorn knows a secret. In the long run, I'll outlast everyone. And it's true. When others get tired, Capricorn enters their peak. When others lose direction, Capricorn's map is still in their mind. When others panic, Capricorn becomes colder, clearer, more focused. This isn't motivation. This is a long-game instinct, the kind that makes them rise while others fall. Capricorn's greatest power is not talent, not intelligence, not ambition, not even discipline. It's something deeper, something more rare. Their ability to stay loyal to a goal long after the mood they made the goal in has disappeared. Anyone can start strong. Only Capricorn finishes strong. Think about that for a moment. How many people do you know who can stay committed for months? For years? For decades? Capricorn can. Capricorn will. Capricorn does. This is why they surpass people who start with more talent, more resources, more confidence. Because while everyone else stops, Capricorn is still moving. Slowly, deliberately, relentlessly. Nothing scares them more than giving up on themselves. Nothing motivates them more than proving they can rise. Not above others, but above their own past limitations. There's a point in every Capricorn's life where things get heavy. Really heavy. Where the responsibilities pile up, the expectations grow louder, and the pressure feels endless. Most signs break here. They look at the mountain and turn back. But Capricorn doesn't break. They transform. They become colder, but sharper. They become quieter, but stronger. They become more reserved, but more dangerous in their focus. This transformation is their mini-climax, the moment where they stop being who they were taught to be, and start becoming who they're destined to be. They stop explaining themselves, stop seeking approval, stop looking outward. This is when Capricorn becomes unstoppable, because now their strength is internal. Their motivation is self-generated. Their purpose is carved from their soul. Every Capricorn has this moment. Some at 16, some at 30, some at 45. But when it happens, everyone around them feels it. You can't copy this moment. You can't fake it. No other sign has this specific evolution. This is the power only Capricorn unlocks. Let's shift into something far more personal, because Capricorn's greatest strength does not only show up in career or ambition. It shows up in relationships, emotional battles, and personal storms. Capricorn has something incredibly rare: emotional endurance. They don't crumble when things get messy. They don't lose themselves when someone hurts them. They don't collapse when life shakes their world. They absorb the hit. They process it privately. They rebuild themselves. Sometimes from scratch, sometimes from ashes, but always stronger. Capricorn's heart isn't fragile. It's armored. Not because they are cold, but because life taught them early that not everyone has good intentions. This makes their love powerful, stable, dependable, protective, real. Other signs love with fireworks. Capricorn loves with foundations. And foundations don't break. Now, picture this. Everyone else is losing control. Emotions everywhere. People arguing. People panicking. People giving up. And in the middle of it all, Capricorn stands still, calm, focused, grounded. Not because they don't feel anything, but because they know that panic solves nothing. They know that clarity comes from silence. They know that someone must stay logical, and that someone is almost always them. This ability to stay calm under pressure is not learned. It's instinctive. And it's rare. It's why Capricorn is trusted with serious decisions. It's why people come to them in crises. It's why Capricorn becomes the backbone in families, friendships, teams, and relationships. They don't seek this role. It's simply who they are. When the world shakes, Capricorn holds still. Not because they must, but because they can. But here's where the real climax begins. The part of Capricorn no one expects. The part no one sees coming. Until it's too late to catch up. Capricorn rises slowly. But they rise inevitably. Everyone else is busy showing off their progress, posting victories, celebrating early wins. Capricorn is silent, working in the shadows, building without applause, leveling up without witnesses. And then, months later, years later, sometimes even decades later, they emerge, not as who they were, but as someone completely upgraded. This is the moment the world looks at them and says, "How did you do that? When did you get so far? How did you pass all of us?" And Capricorn just smiles, because what the world sees as sudden success was built brick by brick, day by day, with no shortcuts, no spotlight, and no applause. This is the moment no other sign can replicate, because no other sign has the patience, the endurance, or the long-term vision to build something this strong for this long. Capricorn is the embodiment of slow, unstoppable elevation. But what makes Capricorn different isn't only their endurance. It's their relationship with time. Capricorn is not afraid of the long road. They are not intimidated by slow progress. They don't lose confidence halfway through the journey. Because Capricorn understands something most people never learn. The road that takes the longest is the one most people never finish. Which means the reward belongs to the few who keep walking. Capricorn knows they are one of the few. And that, right there, is their unmatched advantage. Now, let's go deeper into the psychological core. The part of Capricorn that even Capricorns themselves rarely understand. Capricorn is driven by a silent promise. I will not waste my potential. This is why they work harder, why they think further, why they hold themselves to standards others don't even think about. They are not trying to be perfect. They are trying to become the fullest version of what they know they can be. This inner promise is their fuel, and it never burns out, even when they're tired, even when they're discouraged, even when life gets heavy, especially when life gets heavy. Capricorn does not quit. They pause. They strategize. They adjust. And then they return even stronger. No other sign has this combination of self-control, self-responsibility, and self-elevation. This is Capricorn's superpower. But let's shift into something incredibly human. Something every Capricorn struggles with quietly. Something that ironically makes them even stronger. Capricorn often grows up too early. Responsibility comes for them faster. Expectations fall on them heavier. People rely on them sooner. This can make their childhood or young adulthood harder than most. But it also shapes them into someone who understands the world deeply. Someone who reads situations intuitively. Someone who can handle life better than most adults even at a young age. This early maturity becomes their hidden weapon. They don't panic because they've been through storms before. They don't fall apart because they've already learned how to survive pressure. They rise, not because they had it easy, but because they learned to stand while others were still learning to crawl. This creates a kind of strength that cannot be learned later in life. It must be lived. And Capricorn lived it. And here's something people rarely admit. Capricorn is feared. Not because they are aggressive. Not because they are loud. But because they are consistent. Consistency is terrifying. It reveals everything. It reveals who's all talk. Who gives up. Who only works when it's easy. Who only believes when the results come fast. Capricorn exposes all of that, not by calling anyone out, but by simply doing what they do naturally. Showing up every day. Capricorn is the reminder that discipline beats talent. That patience beats speed. That strategy beats impulse. That silence beats noise. That endurance beats everything. This is why people underestimate Capricorn at first, and fear them later. Capricorn is the slow storm you don't see coming, until you're standing inside it. Let's talk about ambition, but not the kind you hear about in cliches. Capricorn's ambition is not ego-driven. It is identity-driven. They don't chase goals to impress others. They chase goals because achieving them is part of who they are. They're not motivated by applause. They're motivated by alignment. This is why they don't stop once they reach a milestone. They keep going, quietly, steadily, toward the next peak. Capricorn's life is a series of mountains. And somehow, they climb them all. Not quickly, not dramatically, but consistently. And consistency wins every time. But here's the powerful twist. The part where the story lifts again. Capricorn does not shine early. They shine eventually. Many signs peak young. They burn bright, fast, explosively. Capricorn ignites slowly. Their flame grows with age. Their confidence grows with wisdom. Their success grows with time. The older Capricorn gets, the more magnetic, powerful, and unstoppable they become. Late bloomers? Maybe. But late bloomers grow forests. Late bloomers build kingdoms. Late bloomers last. Capricorn is the sign of long-term greatness. Not quick success. True success. Success that stays. Now we reach the final climax. The real point of this entire journey. The one soul-deep truth about Capricorn's power. Capricorn is uncopyable. You can imitate a Gemini's communication. You can imitate a Leo's charisma. You can imitate a Scorpio's intensity. You can imitate an Aries' boldness. But you cannot imitate Capricorn's endurance. You cannot imitate their relationship with time. Their inner discipline. Their emotional control. Their lifelong commitment to improvement. Their cold clarity under pressure. Their relentless pursuit of long-term goals. These cannot be taught. They cannot be mimicked. They cannot be borrowed. They are woven into the Capricorn spirit from the beginning. This makes Capricorn the rarest kind of human. The kind who wins not by chance, but by inevitability. The kind who succeeds not because they are the loudest, but because they last the longest. The kind who quietly becomes everything others said would take a miracle. Capricorn is the miracle. The slow one. the steady one, the unshakable one, and that enduring, disciplined, unstoppable inner engine, is the one strength no other zodiac sign can ever possess. Capricorn doesn't just climb the mountain. Capricorn is the mountain.